Hello, 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 hello. It's Saturday night live. Let me mute that. So, how is everybody? Hi, Susan. I hope you're still here. And if you are, thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. As you can see, my room is still not done, but you can tell I've been working on it. Because look, this pile of stuff that was up to here is down to here. In fact, I have emptied a big box. I have uh, filled up 3 more bags of yarn. I've got 4 bags of yarn in my craft room right now on the go to be filled as soon as I find them. Because remember, I'm organizing all my yarn um by make. Bernat, Karen, Line Brand, you know, Loops and Thread, Craft Value Craft, whatever it's called, which is Michael's. Loops and Thread is Michael's too, but you know what I mean. And all up there, that's all one ofs. Um, Rolls of yarn that I don't have a lot of. Um, Limited things. Like, for instance, the 3 purple right there in the front there, that triangle purple, that's all the purple I've got, and it's Fair Isle yarn. And it's the only Fair Isle yarn I have. So I won it in a contest, and I got to pick the color, and I picked purple. Like, that was a surprise. Hello, honey. That's not fair to use the cat like that. He told me he is upset. He is starting to pee on the yarn piles. You know, he would make a nice pair of moccasins. Just saying. You can tell him I said that too. I'm not scared of that cat. And for those who need to hear it, victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting. Yes, I have it right there. Like my attitude needs any help, right? Hang on, I'm just answering a friend. Okay. Hi. How are you? So yeah, I have been working on my room a lot this week. Um, okay, not since Thursday. Um, right on. Hi, Susan. How are you? So I've been working on my room since Thursday. My boy moved out Thursday morning. So Thursday afternoon, I didn't get a lot done. But I did get some done, but not as much as I wanted to. Friday, what did I do Friday? We had someone come over and I was visiting, and I didn't get much done Friday. I worked a bit in the afternoon or in the morning, but let me take the camera because I actually found my camera. I was missing it. But look at this. I know it's still a mess, but look, that's so much better than what it was. So much better than what it was. Like, look at that. So much better than what it was. Those are not garbage bags full of garbage. Those are bags of yarn by brand. So I have lots of yarn. Looks nice. It doesn't look nice. It's still a mess, but it's coming along. and I'm hoping to have it done. If I work as hard as I've been working the past 2 days, I'm hoping to have it done before I go camping, but I'm not sure because there's a lot of yarn to be organized. So I don't think I'm going to get that done before we go camping. But I got that almost emptied. I started emptying that. It's just like putting the yarn in the right bags because it's all by brand. And then for the partials that you see caked up, everything that's a cake that doesn't have a label on it, that's a partial thing of yarn. Even if I just use that much, that's partial. And they're all going to go somewhere. Right now, they're what's in the totes. I've put all of my partial yarn in totes. And I found another big tote. And so I'm putting partials in that one now. But everything in the bag is full skeins of yarn. Full skeins of yarn. I have 6 in the bathroom. 3 in the hallway. No, I've got 3 in the bathroom, 3 in the hallway. There's 6. 4 here that are partial. 2 are almost full. So, yeah, I have lots of yarn. And I ordered more. I did. I ordered more yarn. I don't know when it's coming, but I ordered more yarn. So, yeah. So, yeah. How was your week, everybody? My week's been good. I've had a good week. So, how is everybody else's week? Do tell. I started a dream catcher. I'm actually almost done wrapping the leather on the outside. It's got to be tightened up here, but that's almost done. I started a dishcloth because my girlfriend, who I'm going camping with, or is coming camping with me, I guess, next week, or at the end of this week, at the end of next week, yeah. She's she needs some dishcloth, and she wants to learn how to crochet, and that's what she wants to do. She wants to concentrate on learning how to crochet a dishcloth. Her words were, she's not walking away from that campsite this weekend without a dishcloth. So I told her she'll have to, because I'll make one beside her and, you know, really help her learn the craft. Because we've been trying to learn the craft. I've been trying to teach her every time I see her, but that's only like once a year. And she goes home, she feels really good about it, and she forgets everything, which I don't blame her. It's, you know, so, and then she puts the yarn, you know, away with good intentions, but she doesn't pick it up again, and because the knowledge is gone. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard to learn something when you only got once a year. So, yeah, I'm going to do a dishcloth with her, and I'm just doing that one. Hopefully I'll get it done because I've got a room to do, right? Sorry. You're working on the Dodger Graph blanket and drinking iced tea. I bet you that blanket's coming along really nicely, Susan. You do good work. So, and my nasty ogre said the cat will take on little bit, take out the little bit. No, he won't. He won't. He won't touch my little puppy because I'm a bigger cat than him and he knows I'll eat him. I would. I'm sure my people have eaten a cat or two in their time. Okay, I wouldn't eat the cat. So I am here on my new desk, which is over there, buried under stuff. Remember? Well, there's no desk now. As you can see, it's all open space. And it's going to stay open space. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Oh. Sorry, I got a little bit here. I did find her leash, and I did mean to put her on the floor tonight, but she's not wearing a collar or a harness, so there's no way to put the leash on her. So, and she's sleeping right now, trying to. Her body's in the sling, and her head's on my laptop. It's really cute. Oh, Susan, that's so sad. You had a trying week. Son's TV went out, battery on the car died. Oh, that's nice. Tow truck lady. Oh, excuse me. I understand that, Tracy, aches and pains. I am so happy I'm in summer, though, because the aches and pains aren't as bad as they are in winter. So I still wake up stiff, and I still have sore days, but they're nothing like winter. Winter, some days I cry. The pain in my hips is really bad in winter. So it's hard. But I love summer. So summer doesn't hurt as much. So I understand. Hugs. Hugs to anybody out there going through anything. We all need a hug. That's why I have a puppy. So I can hug my puppy. Yeah. I asked my husband for a Frenchie. She just turned 11 months, and now I'm asking my hubby for another puppy. But French bulldog, a little French bulldog. They're so cute as puppies, and they talk back, and they're so cute, and they're so adorable. They go, wow, 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 wow. I've been watching those shorts on YouTube with the dogs, and there's always a little Frenchie in there lumped in with the videos. And I get to watch the little Frenchies, and oh, they're so cute. So, or I'd take a pug, but I'd rather a Frenchie. You can't sit there and say it's a bullet-headed dog if it's like a French bulldog, because they don't have the same head as an English bulldog. He doesn't like those broad, mastiff-shaped heads on dogs. I'm not that picky. I accept dogs as they are. Yeah. Because I love dogs. He loves dogs too, though. But he's just picky. Yeah. So the SPCA, the local SPCA, has a Chihuahua. I asked hubby for that one too, and he said no. Something about 2 dogs is enough. I miss having 3. Oh, I'm so full of it. Yeah. I'd like to have another dog, but seriously, I'm having a hard time keeping up with 2. So, yeah, it's not realistic. I think I do it just to annoy him, partially because I see the pictures, and I do. But, I mean, seriously, if he were to look at me and say yes, it would be, what? You know, if he actually called my bluff and said, yeah, okay, let's go. Let's go get that French bulldog. It would be like, what? No, I don't want another dog. Really? I was just saying. Yeah, Louisiana, it stays hot there. It doesn't get cold until October, November. Cold months are January and February. Oh, see, rain is bad for me too, and that's why I won't go visit England because it rains there all the time. And I just, well, that and then broke. I'm always broke. But if I had money and I could travel, I would not go to England. No, my collarbone, which was broken thanks to my hubby, um, no, he doesn't beat me. Before anybody thinks anything like that, he didn't hurt me. But he started the night out with shooters, and therefore I blame him. Yes. He sat me down and he made me drink Navy rum. It was really gross. And then he came up with shooters called vodka vodrubikas. That's a tongue twist, vodrubikas. It's vodka, root beer, schnapps, and Sambuca layered in a shot glass. They're potent. Then we went to the bar, where I proceeded to have a beer or two. And then I tried walking outside wearing heels, and I fell down, and I cracked my collarbone. I snapped it. Only broken bone I've ever had in my life. But what can you do? We'll never ever do it again. But yeah, I had lots of fun when I was younger. I think it was fun. It's not something I'd repeat, but wow. No, some of the things I did, I'm glad I survived. So, yay me. Rain bothers your joints too. Rain really only bugs this area, the broken collarbone. It really aches. So when that aches, I think that's got to be the worst, other than the hip pain. But see, my hip pain gets to the point where it just numbs my whole hip. Like I could stab myself in the hip and I wouldn't feel it because the pain in my hip, in my joint, gets so bad it just finally deadens the whole area. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I just know my hip, when it really gets bad, it's very painful, and it's always the joint. And then it just builds up, and then I stop being able to feel anything in that area. It just all goes numb. To touch, I can't feel touch. And yeah, yeah, I don't drink like that anymore, Susan. No, I my limit is three. Yeah, my limit is three. Three glasses of wine, three vodka cokes, three Ryan gingers. It don't matter. Three. I'm good at three. So if I even get to three, usually it's two. Oh, does your wrist bother you when it snows or rains? Like, do you have pain in your wrist now because of the metal? I've always been wondering that. Thank goodness I don't have any metal yet. I knock on wood because you never know. I don't go anywhere, but I've been tripping over a bunch of small things lately to the point where my husband is reminding me now on a daily basis to watch your feet when you're walking, woman, because I'm having a hard time and I'm tripping over things, and she's bad for leaving her toys all over the place. She drags them out all over the floor. We pick them up, we put them in a nice little box, their little toy box, and she comes and she drags them all out. So, yeah. I've stepped on an antler, a ball, and countless squeaky toys in the last 3 days. And that's just the last 3 days. Like, squeaky toys for me are pretty much a daily basis. But the antler's a new one. And it's a curvy antler, and I hit it right at the right way so that it actually rocked on me, or I rocked on it. Yeah, it was, that could have hurt. Yeah. So I've been really klutzy lately. Okay, so yeah, you do get a little pain in there. I was wondering. Like, I know once you break something, you usually do end up with pain in it, but like, do the plates, do the little screws, do they help or do they hinder? Always wondered. So, yeah, I'm going to refresh the screen. Thank you for the thummies. I appreciate that. And thank you for those who are watching and lurking out there. Hello. Hello from Saskatchewan, Canada. How's it going, eh? So yeah, I've been building a dream catcher. It's gonna be epic when I finish it. And it's for my son, so I'm putting in a lot of good vibes while I'm building it. I'm taking my sweet time. Um, I got to put some crystals, some stones in with it. So I'm trying to think of what I want the stones to do. What do I want this piece of equipment that he's going to put in his window? What do I want it to do for him besides um, help his dreams? And so I know I want it to dispel negative energy. I know I want it to grant positive energy and love and peaceful feelings. Um, that said, I also want to put in some cleansing stones with those other stones because that'll only help those stones be cleansed. So I want some cleansing stones in there. And people sit there and say, that's not really how it works, but it does for me because it's all about your intentions. So, and your will. I have very strong will. Ask my hubby. I have very strong will. It is not necessarily a good thing, but I have it. So I might as well use it. Yeah. Amethyst, yes. Thank you. Yeah, amethyst is a good stone. That's true. So yeah, I'm gonna be he's not a purple fan, but I can squeeze some amethyst in there. I was thinking I want to do some quartz because that'll just help. Quartz are good batteries. Um, so, you know, charge them and they'll help keep everything, the magic running better. I want to put some quartz. I was thinking obsidian for the negative energy. Maybe some Apache tear. I have snowflake obsidian in little stones, and I have, I think I have a couple of Apache tears still. Not sure about the Apache tear, but I do believe I still have some snowflake obsidian. Selenite for cleansing. I don't have any selenite, but I do have quartz and fluorite. And fluorite will work. So hello to everybody. So yeah, my craft room will eventually get there. So I that bookcase and that bookcase are all going to be yarn. So that's going to be yarn. I think I'm putting yarn in my wall. Um, lift you up in my wall bookcase. I think I'm going to put some yarn there, and definitely over here. I was going to put partials, so fill that all up with my partial cakes, and then down here, like, continue with the yarn. So we'll see. So sorry about the shaky, but that's what I'm planning so far. I certainly have enough yarn to fill all of it. So, and I have a lot of partial yarn because my friend gifted me with a whole bunch of partial yarn when she left. So I got lots of yarn from her, and it's a lot of partial. She had a lot of yarn. She really did. And a lot of it was partial. So, hey, Robert, how are you? Good evening. Good evening. So yeah, I hope you've had a good weekend, Robert, so far. I hope you had a good week. I've been working on my room. Organizing things a little bit better. I have my leather for my dream catchers. Oi. All in here, all different colors. I just have it there for now. I'll put it somewhere. You lost your oven mitt. You don't know what happened to it. Well, that's not good. You need an oven mitt. And Susan might make some nice blankets. Yes, I have enough yarn for blankets. I've got to organize everything first before I start on any new projects and continue the projects that I haven't frogged. And I frogged a couple of projects because I forgot what I was making. Well, one I completely frogged. It was a top I was making, but I don't have enough yarn, and it was limited edition yarn. So I only have 2 cakes of it. It's not enough to make that type of a top that I was trying to make. So I frogged it all up and caked up all the yarn today, and I'm gonna make a different top, like a tank top. I know the kind of top I want to make, and if I need more yarn, I'm gonna use those 2 cakes because the color is similar. It's just not the same. It's not the same, but it'll work. I think it'll work. I got it pictured in my head and it looks good. But, I mean, my head has gotten me into so much trouble before, so it's hard to say. So, yeah. Yeah, I have done a lot of work in my room, Tracy. Yep. I'm working on it slowly but surely. It's hard when I have to wear her, but we're working around it. I've been vacuuming every time I free up more floor. I vacuum, and then I know the floor is safe for her to go on. I've found some bones. I found some toys that my previous Chihuahua had hid under the desk, under this desk actually. So when I moved this desk from there to here, I found a whole whack of bones, cat toys, and an antler, believe it or not. This big antler. So they've been there for good 3 years because I lost Punta it'll be 3 years in December. So just over 2.5 years. So yeah, that's when he passed. So I don't know. I don't know how long those things have been there, but they've been there for a while. So now I've got Bones and I've got toys in this room that she can play with. And Gus has some bones up here that he can chew on. So I had such a nice bubble bath earlier today. It was awesome. Such a nice bubble bath. I'm really enjoying having the house to my hubby and myself again. It's just different energy here now without my son. It's just different energy in the whole house. It's lighter. I just love it. It's so awesome. I soaked for hours in the tub this afternoon in the middle of the day. It was nice. So, and hubby's right across the hall from me in his hobby room, and he's loving it. And it's awesome. I'm so glad he's got his hobby room back. So he needed that. He needed a place he could go to year round because his smoke shack out there in the yard, the trailer, is okay, but I always have to go out of the house to be alone. That's not fair. So now he's got his room back. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy for him. Well, like I said, it was hours ago. It was in the middle of the afternoon. It was awesome. So, and I kept the door open, and my dogs walked in and out, and yeah, lots of bubbles. Lots of bubbles. Yeah, but it's so nice having hot water. That is still not getting old. I'm enjoying having hot water. It is so nice. So I won't be on next week. I will probably post a short or two over the weekend, but I will not be on next week because it's my yearly camping trip. So I'll let you all know. Like I'll post on my community tab that I won't be, and I'll post why. But yeah, I'm going camping and I can't wait. You got Tom. She's just asleep in my yard, in my lap. Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for forgiving me for my lapse in judgment and going for vacation when I should be here with you guys. Like how I said that? Yes, I could do it from Fireside, hun, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. So I'm not sure. So I'm just working on my friend's dishcloth again. I'm just going to have her single crochet because it'll make a nice little dishcloth, textured. Oh, honey, it's a vacation for you too. It is. It's just, you're so awesome when we go camping. Oops. No, you don't. I help you as much as I can. I help you set up. I help you unpack. It's just you're far faster at everything than I am. By the time I've got one thing, put down, you've got three things put down. You're yelling at me that I'm taking too long. What was your oven doing on the far side of the bed, Robert? Do we want to know? My husband's just being a comedian. Well, I was going to say something, Robert, but I thought, no, I'm going to behave myself and be good because I can do that. So it feels so cool in my room right now, getting a lot of the yarn and the junk. Well, I say junk, but it's not junk. Getting things organized. And it doesn't seem like I'm organizing but I am because I'm getting all my yarn out of here in bags by brand. And then I'll take a picture of the pyramid, okay? I'll take a picture of all the bags. I haven't taken any pictures yet, and I really should have, but I'm not one of those people that like to go before and after, considering before was just so bad. I feel really bad I let it get that far. But, because once it's clean, it's going to stay clean. It's going to stay organized because I don't know how to organize, so I'm hoping you guys have some ideas when I come to you for help. But I'm going to try my best to organize better. A lot of this happened because when we moved in, I just started moving crap in, not crap, stuff. I started moving some of my craft stuff in, and I never really unpacked it. Didn't have a chance to in the beginning, so a lot of stuff just got put wherever, and then I just worked around it, and then I'd add more stuff and work around that, and add more stuff and work around that. So it's just gotten ridiculous. And at least the yarn will be organized by brand, all Karen with Karen, all Bernat with Bernat. Because I had Bernat all over the place. I had Karen all over the place, So I'm going to get it all organized by brand. And then maybe by color, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I know I was reading on some boards that caking your yarn is um, uh, a more efficient way to store your yarn for space saving. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? How do they word it? Yarn is stored better in cakes because you can fit more cakes in a space than skeins. I don't understand that. Can somebody explain that for me? Because I don't understand that. Now quit while you're ahead. Be good. I really should have been paying attention to what he was writing because now I have no idea what that is in reference to. Need to get yours organized, but you just don't have the energy. Yep. Yep. That's why I have to do it in the morning. Because in the afternoon, things kind of just go by the wayside. But morning, I'm with it. So that's why I try and do things in the morning. And as long as I don't go to crochet or get on my computer right away, I'm usually good. Hey, puppy dog. That's my Gussifer. My service dog, Gus. Ah. Some people say it's not good to cake the yarn before you're ready to use it. Yes, I can understand that if you cake them too tight. But if you're like me and you watch your tension when you cake them, it should be okay if you're not caking them too tightly, you know what I mean? Some people say it's not good to cake the yarn before you're ready to use it. I think it's okay. I can see where some people are worried it'll stretch, but that's why you've got to watch your tension when you're caking it up. I watch my tension. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cake my yarn, I think. We'll see. Because that's an awful lot of caking up if I'm going to do that. Because I've got 10 garbage bags full of yarn. And that's so far, and I still need 2 bags. 2 more bags, because I got some Caron cakes there that don't have a bag because the other bags are full. So I need to have one for the Caron. I need to have one for all of the 1-ums or the small amounts of yarn that just, like I said, that I don't have more of. And then there's another one that needs Caron, Red Heart, and Patents. Oh, I need another Mary Maxim bag, I think, so I got 6 big balls there that need to go in. Oh, Craft Smart needs a bag. That's the other one. So yeah, I've got some bags that I still need to make up. So, but we'll see what I do, because I may decide not to cake up the yarn. It's an awful lot of caking up. Like, and this desk is not necessarily the best. But I managed it today. I have to take this drawer. There's a drawer here. I have to take the drawer out, no word of a lie, to put my yarn winder on. That's going to get old really quick. Like now? Just saying. Know what I mean? So yeah, I had a good week, productive. And like I said, I started a dream catcher and I should finish it. I've got my leather there. I've got my sinew somewhere. It's in a box. So that's what actually made me decide to actually start with the dream catcher, because Todd had a lot of bad dreams and he asked me for a dream catcher a while back, and I said, yeah, I'll make him one. Well, I'm making him a really cool one, not just a regular one. No, I'm making him a super duper one. And he picked the color he wanted it in black, so fine, it'll be in black. Um, but yeah, I have my sinew somewhere. I actually have sinew, and I don't know where it is. It might be down there in that drawer. It's probably down there in that drawer. So it's going to be black. It's black. It's black. As you can see, I'm almost done. See? Almost done. That's black. But I want to find my sinew. And I know it's around because I saw it earlier today. So. Yeah, I think it'll be a cool dream catcher. I've never made one like what I'm planning to make him, but I feel it in my bones. I do. It is good. My favorite color is purple too. I have a purple dream catcher up there that I made, but it's missing feathers. It's not done. It's a work in progress. And that's because I moved. And when I moved, I couldn't find any of my Dreamcatcher stuff. And then when I did find my Dreamcatcher stuff, I put it aside for some reason. I didn't use it right away, and then I lost it again. Then I found some, but couldn't find others. So that's a big part of why I'm doing this, because I've got so many other crafts that I started in the old place, and they've never been finished because I moved. And then I got disorganized. So, yeah, I want to change that and get organized as best as I can without having somebody actually come in and organize for me. Yes, she did, Robert. I wished her a happy birthday. Neither can I, Susan. Neither can I. That there, I know you can't see what it is. It's my mom's sewing machine. It's coming out because my new sewing machine is going to go there. And we all know what I'm getting, right? We all know I'm getting a pedal, an antique pedal Singer sewing machine in a cabinet with a leaf. Yes. And it works. It's in good operating shape. Yes, I get it. So it's going there. All of those things there are going to be gone. They're not going to be there no more. I got to find them homes because that's a shredder. That was my mom's cactuses, but I managed to kill those too. That's a wood bowl that I think has sage and crystals in it. I'm not sure, but it did last time I looked, which was before I moved. And that was paints. Um, Underneath there is a wicker tower, and it's full of yarn. Mohair. Mohair. So I have lots of yarn, and it's all over the place. So I have lots of yarn. It's all over the place. I have lots of beading stuff. It's all over the place. I can't work like this because I can't find anything I want to find. So yeah, long time coming because I don't want to just crochet. I want to do other things again. So yeah. But the good news is hubby found a heat register in his room, so I'm hoping that means there's one here. Because if there's one in this room, that means we've got heat in this room for winter. I'm so excited. And I think I need a little table here. Because right now, I have my printer beside my desk, but my printer is on totes. It's always been on a tote. It was on a big tote. Now it's on two small totes full of yarn. But I know what's in those yarn. I know what yarn is in there. It's okay. Because that's not going to be the printer stand. Those two totes are not going to be the printer stand. So I need something I can put my printer on. And hopefully something I can attach my yarn winder to also easily. So I'm going to measure this spot, I think. And I'm going to figure out what size table I need. Because, yeah, that would be nice. My husband has a really nice little stool that would work perfect. But it's his stool. It's also an antique, so it passed down from his grandmama or something. I don't know. But anyway, it is a couple of generations old, so I can't argue with that. I can't sit there and say, okay, I want to chew it up with my yarn winder, because I had my yarn winder on this desk. Should probably have put something underneath the yarn winder because it gouged out a piece of this desk surface today. Oops. Oh no. So yeah. My favorite color is purple. Purple. Yeah, I'm hoping to get this room all done soon. Sorry, bug. They hate the smell of lavender, and now that I've found my incense, see, incense, and I don't have my, oops, sorry, puppy, that was my mouse pad. It's a metal mouse pad, and I caught the edge of it. Now that I don't have my son, who doesn't like incense across from me anymore, I can have incense now. So I've been burning incense. I burned some sage. Let me show you. I have my sage right here. I did a smudge in this room Friday. Let me tell you, the energy is so much better in here. So, it's awesome. Yeah. I just love it. I'm so happy because it feels light and airy in here when it hasn't for so long. I love you, Todd, but I'm glad you're gone to school. Good luck. Sky's the limit. These bugs. Yes, my favorite color is purple. I have a lot of purple yarn, but I like yarn. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put my Bernat stuff, where I want to put my Red Heart stuff. Let me open the curtain. There we go. Get some more light in here because the sun's going down. She's just so sleepy. She usually takes a nap around noon, 2 o'clock. She hasn't been doing that in the past few days because I've been busy. So she's been awake all afternoon. So that means when she falls asleep in the evening here, like yesterday evening, she was down for hours beside me. And then she got up, she played a little bit, and then she came back and she was done. And that's just different from how she usually is. But what time is it here? It is 7:56, almost 8 o'clock. 12 more rolls and you will be halfway done. Isn't that awesome? That's such a good feeling, Susan. What shade of blue? I'm partial to sapphire blue myself, but I like the jewel tones. And my husband's eyes are blue. Purple and teal. I like teal. Yeah. I like purple and teal too. And blues, purples, teals, burgundies, wines. I don't like red so much. I'm not an orange fan or a yellow fan. Don't like white. I like black. But yeah. I don't like oranges and yellows and reds. I mean, some reds are really nice, the deep crimson colors, like blood red and garnet red. And like that's why I love garnet so much. Garnet is my birthstone, but I also love garnets because they're so dark. Like they're like spilled blood. Okay, sorry. I'm gross. I'm morbid. It's leftover from my goth days, sorry. Any shade of blue, royal blue? Royal blue is nice. It's a little bright for me. I love cerulean blue. Ocean blue. Saskatchewan sky blue. We have a distinct shade of blue in our skies. I love it. Land of the living skies here. Navy blue is too dark. It's too close to black. Like any blue that's too close to black is just too dark. But I like ice blue. Love ice blue. Light blue. My husband has the coolest blue eyes. I love those. Told him I'm going to pickle him when he dies. When he pisses me off, I actually start thinking about pickling them earlier than that. Love ya, honey, if you're still listening. He has pretty eyes. So I miss my old desk. but Todd needed it, so it went with him. Because this desk is a lot, not as deep, it's not as long. I'm missing a whole row of drawers. So I only got one row of drawers, and then one drawer here, and that's it. But that's okay. I don't really want a big desk here because I want access to my window because it needs to be washed, and then I got some film I want to put up and stop the sun. I should have done it in the springtime, but nothing like now. And so as soon as I find that roll of film, somewhere down there in that pile of stuff, I'll find it eventually, and then I'll get it up. So I have to finish your dinner blanket? Cool. I have to finish my brother's blanket, but I'm thinking of frogging it and starting a different, because all I'm doing is a rectangle granny, and it's just boring. And it's so holey. How is it supposed to keep them warm? So I'm thinking I should change. But this is a blanket that I've promised him for the past 3 years. So, and I still haven't, like gotten it. So, like, I feel bad for the guy. Because every time I started working on the blanket, I got pulled into sweaters. Because there was that whole stretch I had to do sweaters for everybody. So, I still have enough yarn right under here to do a sweater in large. Wow, Susan, you got a lot of blankets to do. I do too. I have 2 gingham blankets underneath, because I found them. I've got 2 Kaleidoscope Granny blankets, Kaleidoscope Granny Square blankets from Fiber Spider to do. 2 of them. Actually, one is done. It just needs to be fixed. Some of the stitches. One of my stitches unraveled. So I have to go in there and I have to fix that. And then that's good. And then the other one I'm making in shades of blue and black. And because I didn't like the colors of the first one I made. And that I made a mistake on, and then I put it away because I was so frustrated with it. I gave it a timeout. Well, that like 2-night timeout turned into like 3-year timeout. So it's in my cubby, my little closet area there. It's in there, waiting for me to come back to it. And then I have my very, very first blanket I tried to do with velvet yarn. This is my very first project trying to crochet. Did I pick something easy? No. Did I pick an easy yarn to work with? No. So there's that. And now I can't tell you what pattern it was. I can't tell you what crochet hook I used. I can't even tell you what stitch I used. So it's going to have to all be frogged. And it's in strips of color, so that's like a lot of knots. So yeah, I have my fair share of A, frogging, and B, blankets to do. Like I said, I frogged a few things today. All graph blankets and all big ones. Yeah, I want to learn how to do a graph blanket too, but that'll wait. Because I've got enough blankets on my lamp to finish. Plus, I have this oversized hoodie that I want to do, that I just found again. That has a pattern that I'm following. I just got to figure out where I am again. And I frogged a top because I couldn't remember what pattern it was and what stitch it was. So I frogged it, and I caked up the yarn today. I frogged another top, like I think I told you about this earlier. I frogged a top because I didn't have enough yarn for the style of top I was making. So I frogged that so I can start over. So yeah, God, my hair is white. Look at this. Look at this. I'm not that old. I shouldn't have this much gray hair. Of course, mind you, I had a fun life. I had a lot of fun in the 90s. Yep. Too much. Too much. That's awesome that you can do that, though. That you know how to do that. So I gotta learn. So you have to finish the Dodger blanket and then your Steeler blanket and then go back to Spider-Man blanket. Gosh, that's a lot of blankets. But like I said, I got my own. I got 2 gingham and then 2, and my 2 Kaleidoscope granny blankets are king size. I didn't mention that before. Yeah. Your son-in-law would love the Steeler blanket? What kind of blanket? Can I show that? Your son-in-law would love the what? What? Ah, Steeler's blanket. Cool. I'm a Blue Jays fan and a Rough Riders fan, but I don't like green so much, so I'm not going to make a Rough Riders blanket. Nope. I don't have a son-in-law. I don't have, because I have 2 sons. I don't have daughters-in-law either because my sons are single. And they're not interested in meeting the fair sex, and that's fine. I'm not a pushy mom. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I wanted to show you guys some stuff. Let me do this first. Oh, yeah, there we go. What does this look like? Okay, that's not bad. You're a Dallas Cowboys fan. You know, I love the cheerleaders. Dallas Cowboys. I was a Dallas Cowboys fan when I was younger because I loved the cheerleaders. I always wanted to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. True story. But then I discovered Rough Riders. So that's how that went. I had to be a Rough Riders fan because I was from Saskatchewan. I was a Saskatchewan transplant. So I called myself. I was stuck with that moniker. Forgot about that, but yeah, they used to call me Saskatchewan transplant, which I thought was weird, but whatever. Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love extended family. I don't uh I don't have a close family. Um I don't know if it was a case of mom just didn't want me interacting with her family or her family didn't accept me because I'm adopted. I don't know what it was. But I was never encouraged to create a relationship with my mother's family. Um, Not to say I don't have a relationship like her cousins. My cousin, my great cousin Shirley, my great cousin Lenore, love them to pieces. They love me. I used to play with Pam, my cousin Pam. So sorry, breathing. So yeah, like, but I only saw them twice. You know, twice, maybe a little bit longer than that. I don't know, but point is, we lived up in Fort McMurray. It was always the pet store. So mom couldn't travel to see her family. Her family never came to visit us, other than my grandparents, which didn't like me anyway. So, like my aunt Millie lived in Fort McMurray for a little bit, but once she moved, she never came back. Never came back. My uncle Frank visited us once or twice, but never once we moved to Thickwood. So yeah, you have one son that's 16 lives with you. 16's a good age. Ooh, you catch your little buggy. Nope. Come here, little buggy. Oh no! Oh no! I step on you. Okay, I got cramp. I got tied up in yarn. I can't see anything because of my hair. There we go. My two boys live in Saskatoon, which is 2.5 hours northwest of us. Anyway, 2.5 hours away. So they're close-ish. We'll get to see them. We get to see them about once every couple of months when we go into that city. We do most of our grocery shopping for the month in Regina, though, which is closest to us by an hour and a half. So it's only an hour and a half away. So, yeah, we tend to go to Regina more than we go to Saskatoon just because it's closer. I don't know if that'll change. No, it's not too bad. And my daughter lives in Edmonton, which is 6 hours away, but we don't really talk to her. She doesn't talk to us. Is basically, I've been told basically that thank you for birthing her and thank you for giving her up because I gave her up for adoption. So she thanked me for that because I picked a good family because I knew who adopted her. It was a closed adoption and or an open adoption. I don't know what they call them. And yeah, she has mixed feelings. So I'm just whatever. I've got my own life. I mean, I'm here. I love you. I'm here if you need me. If you want to get to know me, I'm here. But I'm not going to push myself on you. I don't have that need. You can go on, do your own life. And if I die without you learning about me, well, that's your loss, not mine. So that's kind of how I view it. Kind of cold, but maybe. I don't know. But that's just how I view it. Yes, I do get to see them. I do get to see them. I didn't get to see them this time because I guess when hubby was driving Todd to Saskatoon, moving him to Saskatoon for school on Thursday, they stopped in to see my other son Matthew, who lives in the city already, and I never got a chance to see him. I guess he's looking good, so that's good. That's good. But yes, I do get to see them when I want to. Well, that's. I mean, I could be hurt, you know, but I'm adopted too, so I kind of get it. I mean, seriously, she has a good life. She's the darling of her family, and she's spoiled rotten. She's got a nasty attitude because she's been spoiled rotten. And yeah, you know, if she wants to get to know me, I'm here. But otherwise, I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to break my heart. She's not going to break my heart because she doesn't want to get to see me. It's her loss. She doesn't want to know me, you know? I'm not going to waste my time on it because I've been rejected enough times in my life. I don't need my daughter to reject me again. So, no, I don't need that. It's just easier if I just abide by her wishes. So, considering they echo my wishes too, it's all good. Exactly, right, Tracy? Yeah. Why put yourself out there and push? You know, I'm not a pushy, graspy person like that. I'm not. Um, I do have a tendency to beat a dead horse. Those are usually in verbal arguments. I will hammer my point home to the point where you are bloody and desecrated because I just want to make sure you got it. But other than that, yeah, I'm not a pushy person. So I like to live my life, and therefore I like to let others live theirs. It's just, you know, I treat others how I want to be treated. So it just makes sense. And I try to teach my kids that too. Exactly. Exactly. And if she doesn't, that's fine. That's going to be her loss. She's going to be 50 or something years old thinking back and going, I kind of missed out. Because that's where I am right now. You know, my birth mother is dead. I never got a chance to meet her. And I don't know when she died. If I find out that she died um, late in my life, well, then, you know, I should have gone and looked for her. And that's what I missed out on. But on the other hand, it's also very hard for a 60 scoop baby to come back to the band or her birth family when they're not very welcoming. And that's been my impression with my band. They have never been very welcoming to me and mine. I always chalked it up to the 60 scoop. That was not a really cool thing to do to people, what my government did. But it worked. They assimilated the Indian out of me. I know nothing about my heritage, my language, which is dying. I know nothing other than what I've learned in history books. And let's face history books. Most of them are written and they're slanted. So it's not an unbiased look at history. So, yeah. But other than that, how is everybody doing? I don't want to end this on a melancholy note because I was in such a good mood and I still am in a good mood. What is on everybody's menu for the rest of the night? Damn. Honey, if you're downstairs, I need a drink. I'll know if he's downstairs or not, if he's watching or not, because he'll get me a drink. Or he'll yell up and say no. One of the two. But I'm not going to be on here much longer just for the simple fact that, yeah, I need a drink. It's really hot and stuffy in here. Isn't it, puppies? It's really hot and stuffy in here. Oh, you want to see her sweater that I made her? I made this a while ago. Oh, look how it fits her. Look how it fits her. Look how it fits her. I made this. She made it dirty. Hey? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. She was smelling my lip gloss. But see, I made this for her. I made this for my puppy. You're watching football and me? Cool. You're working on a shawl? Right on. I'm sitting here talking to you and holding my puppy. She's a sweetheart. She's so good. Except for when she's being bad. No, you're not bad. No, you're not bad. No, I made this for her. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want to make her one that has a tank turtleneck. Because the cat gets her quite a bit on her throat and on her chest. Like that's why she's wearing this because she needs a little bit of armor. She's got some sores under where the cat's gotten her. So I needed to make her some armor. Don't you go chewing on it. Oh, there's a thread sticking out. Trust you to find it. Trust you to find that one thread. Thank you. Like I said, she needed some armor. I gotta make another one. But I have lots of this yarn. I have lots more of this cake still. So, no, I'm putting you in your sack. In your sack. Here, let's wrap this up. Because I'm not going to crochet anymore tonight. For the simple fact that I'm gonna gain. Come on, you knew that was coming. Look what I found today. One of my own stitch markers. Let me open it up. Isn't that cute? It's a rutilated quartz. I know you can't see it very well, but it's a rutilated quartz. Oh, excuse me. With a milkshake. Stick that in there. We'll put that over here. Drop this in there. I wanted to show you guys. I found this in my drawer, in my old drawer. Like I said, I had things everywhere. This was with my nail stuff. Look at that. Isn't that a nice hook? Like I said, in with my nail stuff. And a pickerel rig. Can we say unorganized? This is all supposed to be in my tackle box. Don't ask me why it's out here. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. So I'm keeping that close so I know where it is when we go camping next week. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I can't wait to go camping. We're already discussing. Well, I told hubby that I want a new camping chair. I found a heated one. So maybe I'll get that. Maybe. I need a new camping chair anyway. So I was going to take my zero gravity chair like I always do, but I'd rather a new heated camping chair. Why not? So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to head her. So I hope you all have a great night. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I will see you next week. No, I won't. Watch for my shorts, though, because I will film shorts showing our camping setup and everything, because we do a sweet setup. My husband does a sweet setup. I shouldn't say we. I mean, let's face it, it's him. So, he's wonderful. But anyway, I'm going to go. So I hope you all have a wonderful night. I hope you all stay safe, stay healthy, have a great week. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and same channel, Crazy Ancient Treasures. And look for my shorts next week. I will at least have those up. Okay? Bye, everybody. Have a great night, and I will talk to you in a couple of weeks. Stay safe. Bye. There we go.